Hello lovelies and welcome back, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here today. As we are getting into February and into the month of love and into Valentine's Day, I definitely wanted to take a little time just to sit down and go through my collection of makeup and to pull out palettes that I feel best represent this holiday based on the packaging and based on the color story. So I went ahead and went through my collection and pulled out a pile of makeup, and there are 14 palettes here. Of course, it had to be 14 for Valentine's Day. And so we are going to just go through in this video and just go through this pile of palettes, and we're just going to take a look at each of these color stories and the packages, and I'll just share why I chose each one of these as a best palette to represent Valentine's Day. So I'm really excited just to go through, and I hope you are as well. So come along with me and let's make up the rules. The first Valentine's palette that we're going to take a look at comes from a brand called Beauty Intuition, and it is called Pretty in Pinks. And it is such a cute, just little pink inspired palette. This one actually I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and so it is a pretty cheap palette. I actually have not used it yet, but it is really pretty. It's got some beautiful little light pinks in here, and I think would make for a really nice Valentine's Day look. Of course, just those beautiful, just light pink shades, and so I'm really excited to dive into this one. There's some light neutrals, some pinks in here that I think really just makes a very nice light romantic look. So that's why this one is included in our Valentine's Day list. The second palette in this Valentine's Day list is going to be coming from the Wet n Wild Disney Villains collection. When I did my winter palette pile, I included the beautiful Destroyer palette from the same collection, but this time we're going to be looking at the Unleashed palette. This one is going to be based on the Evil Queen and on Cruella de Vil, and it is such a beautiful palette, and this one I'm including on the Valentine's Day list mainly because of this bottom half. We're really looking at these beautiful pinks and this nice deep red shade that are really making this a very perfectly Valentine's Day palette. Of course, we do have some really nice light shimmers that I think would add a really beautiful romantic pop to any Valentine's Day look, but mostly it's going to be these mattes down here. I have done a video creating a look with this palette before, so I will put that link in the description box below, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. But mainly these pink and these reds down here are going to be why this one is included in our Valentine's list today. The next palette on the list is coming from ColourPop, and it is one of their 9 pans monochromatic palette, and this one is the Strawberry Shake palette. This one is really cute. It looks very pink on the outside, and it definitely represents the inside. It is really cute. It's got some neutrals in here, some really light shimmers, like this beautiful kind of light pink champagne kind of shimmer, and then it's got some really beautiful rich kind of hot pink shades. So I definitely think this one would create a very beautiful Valentine's Day look, very nice, light, and romantic. The next palette on the list is coming from Too Faced Cosmetics, and this one I chose both for the packaging and also for the color story, and it is going to be the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette. This one is really, really pretty. It's got a nice, beautiful, light pink shade on the outside of the package, and this one just looks like a box of chocolates. It is so, so cute and really represents Valentine's Day so well. I love that all of the pans are shaped like hearts. It's just so sweet and so romantic, and definitely the color story is perfect for this time of year as well. It has some beautiful neutrals in here, some nice deep rich chocolatey brown that are going to create just that box of chocolate yummy kind of look, and then also these pops of pink in here are so pretty and so perfect for Valentine's Day. So I'm really excited about this one, and I definitely think that it will create some really pretty look. And even I love Too Faced palettes like this. They have a beautiful smell. They smell like chocolate. It makes you a little hungry when you're looking at it, and it's just such a beautiful and perfect Valentine's Day palette. For the next palette on the list, we are looking at another Too Faced palette, and it is the Appley in Love palette. This is such a beautiful box. I absolutely love this beautiful kind of cursive font on here. It is so, so pretty. I have done a video with this one before, and so I can put the link for that in the description box below. And then the package is one of their beautiful tin packages. It is so cute. It is so just lovely. And then the color story inside is really perfect for Valentine's Day and just for creating such sweet and romantic look. We've got a nice beautiful red shimmer in here. We've got some nice light pinks and some nice deep maroon kind of colors in here, and then some really beautiful light shimmers up here that you can create a really beautiful stunning look with this palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. You can create some nice depth even using this dark brown shade here. So really there's just so much versatility in this palette and so many different beautiful Valentine's looks you could make with it. The next palette on our list is one that I picked up at Books A Million a little while back. This one is from Mad Beauty, and it is a Mystery Machine inspired palette from Scooby-Doo. It is such a cute package. I absolutely love the way that this one is designed. I think it is so cute. And then the palette on the inside is so fun. I just love that it's shaped like the Mystery Machine. It's such a cool package. And then I love the color story in here, especially for a Valentine's Day list that we're making, because this one really reminds me when you're in elementary school and everyone is making Valentine's Day cards, and we've got those just little Valentine's Day cards that you buy for everyone in your class. That's what this look and this color story reminds me of. It really just has that nice light, just kind of pastel kind of colors that really represents this time of year. And I love just these beautiful bright pinks. I love this beautiful pink shimmer. This silver shimmer in here is one of my favorites as well. So there's really a lot of very Valentine's Day colors in here that really made this one have to be on this list. I am really excited about this next palette. This one is new to my collection. It is actually the one that I have on my eyes today. It is from Menagerie Cosmetics, and it is the Flight Club palette. This is such a beautiful palette. If you are interested in seeing this one and seeing it in action, creating this look, I will put the link for the video in the description box below. But this one is all based on bats, and it is such a cute palette. It's absolutely a stunning package. It is so, so sweet and fun. And then the color story in here, it is not hard to see why I would choose this one for a Valentine's Day list. It is so perfectly pink and purple. It is so beautiful, and it is just so sweet. I absolutely love bats. I talk all about it and share some pictures in that video with the tutorial. So this is definitely one that I had to put in a Valentine's Day list just because I love bats so much, and this really just represents just such a love and such a passion for me. So I definitely wanted to include this one on this list. The next two palettes that we're going to look at both come from BH Cosmetics. The first one is going to be the Mimosa palette. This one is such a fun and beautiful color story. It is nice and vibrant and beautiful, and it has so many pinks in here, and that is definitely why I'm including this one on this list. It has some really beautiful light pinks. You can tell this one bottomless. I really like this one. I've already hit pan on it, and so there are just some beautiful mattes in here. They blend together beautifully, and then some of these shimmers, just these nice light kind of iridescent shimmers that you can put all across the lid, are so beautiful and would definitely create a very beautiful and vibrant Valentine's Day look. The next BH Cosmetics palette that we're going to look at is also new to my collection, and I recently created a tutorial using this palette as well, and this is the Passion in Paris palette. This one is so, so beautiful. It is just so perfectly capturing just the essence of just the romantic side of Paris, and the color story in here is so beautiful as well. It is just nice and deep and vibrant. It is so, so lovely. I did pick this palette a little bit more for the packaging and for just all of this beautiful romantic Paris scenery, but it definitely just creates some really nice, rich, romantic look. And the look that I created in the tutorial before was very, very deep and dark and smoky, and I really enjoyed using it and really got so much pigment payoff from this palette. And so I definitely think these really nice kind of rich red type shades down here on the bottom, and then this beautiful purple and this beautiful Louvre shade with the nice light shimmer up here are really beautiful and can create some very beautiful and deep smoky looks for Valentine's Day. The next palette on the list I picked up from TJ Maxx, I believe it was, and this one comes from Taste Beauty, and it is a Winnie the Pooh palette. It is so, so cute, and the color story in here is really soft and really pink and very, very sweet and lovely. Of course, Pooh Bear is all just about friendship and kindness and love, and so that one is definitely just a great character and a great story to have for Valentine's Day. I love this palette. It's got so much beautiful just light pinks. There's a nice deep brown in here so you can really deepen up a look and really create something very beautiful for Valentine's Day and something that's just sweet and lovely. I absolutely love pink for Valentine's Day, and this next palette is just the epitome of pink, and it is from Colorspell by Profusion. It is the Berry Into Hue palette. This one is really, really cute. Absolutely, you can tell from the package, it is all pink. And the color story inside is so, so cute. It has so many bright, beautiful pink shades in here. It does have a little plastic sleeve on top, so if you pull off the sticker that has the shade name, and then we can see just the palette a little bit clearer here. It is so pretty, so stunning. Absolutely all of the shades in here are so beautiful and vibrant and pink, and you could create such a deep and beautiful Valentine's Day look with this palette. So this one of course had to make it on this list. The next palette on the list comes from one of my favorite indie brands, Cosmic Beauty, and it is the Muse palette. This one is so beautiful. The packaging on it is so dreamy and so lovely. It is such a beautiful package. I'm going to take the sleeve off and we'll take a look at the color story on the inside. This one is so just deep and grungy and so beautiful, and it just has such an ethereal feel to it. Of course, just that name Muse. If you are someone's muse, you are just someone that they love, and it is just someone who is an inspiration to you, and that is so perfect for Valentine's Day and just for the love that we share at this time of year. And so this palette is so beautiful with so many beautiful, colorful pinks in here. We've got this beautiful petal shade. Of course, the namesake of the palette, Muse, is this beautiful pink shimmer. Sweet Pea here is a nice light kind of pinky purple. I even love this rosewood shade up here. It looks a little bit brown in the pan, but it kind of comes out as a little bit more of a deep red, and so it's definitely really pretty for a Valentine's Day look. So the Muse palette of course had to be on this list just because of this beautiful pink color story, and then also just the dreaminess and the loveliness of the packaging. Another palette that I really like to include on my Valentine's Day list comes from Wet n Wild, and it is from their Alice in Wonderland collection, the Lost in Wonderland palette. This one is such a beautiful package. It's got so much pink on it, and it's really, really cute. This one did come from the Alice in Wonderland collection, and I have the box up here on this shelf, so that's really fun to have as a background in my videos. And so this palette came in that collection, and it is absolutely stunning. It is such a beautiful color story. And of course I include this one in my Valentine's Day list just because of these really beautiful pink matte shade. I love that there's kind of a nice beautiful red shimmer in here, and then this beautiful white shimmer up here is really nice. I like this pressed glitter pink over here as well, and then a matte white. So there's so many different shades in here that can really be lent well to a Valentine's Day look, and I think that this one is perfect for a Valentine's Day list. And the last palette and the 14th palette for our Valentine's Day list is one that is brand new to my collection. It is a brand new release from Nomad Cosmetics, and I'm so excited that I was able to add this to my collection just in time for this Valentine's Day palette pile, and it is the Paris La Boheme palette. This one is absolutely stunning. It is such beautiful packaging and just so visually pleasing. The outer box is gorgeous, and then the palette itself looks the same. It is just so pretty, so shiny and shimmery. It's got some beautiful texture and movement to the palette. I did create a video with this one recently, creating a beautiful pink inspired look, and I was so happy with how the performance with the shades in here was, and so I'm just really excited to be able to include this on my list. Of course, Paris is the city of romance and love, and so I had to include this one because of the packaging, but then also the color story. You can clearly see, especially this side of the palette, it is so beautiful and so perfect for Valentine's Day. The look that I made in my initial tutorial, I did really focus on this side of the palette, creating a beautiful pink, gray, and purple inspired look, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. And definitely this side of the palette is mostly why I'm including this on a Valentine's Day list, but of course this side of the palette is gorgeous, and you can create some really beautiful, deep and grungy and romantic kind of looks with it as well. So I really had to include this color story on the list, and I'm so excited to have this one in my collection. It was so much fun going through my Valentine's Day inspired palette pile. I really enjoyed looking at all 14 of these palettes with you and really getting to just go through each of these packages and color stories and really deciding which color stories in my collection I felt best represented Valentine's Day, this day of love, this time of year, and I've really enjoyed creating this video and just going through. So I'm really looking forward to getting to really use some of these palettes as we are moving into February and towards Valentine's Day. So definitely keep an eye out because I will be creating some shorts and sharing those with you as well. I really hope you enjoyed going through this Valentine's Day inspired palette pile with me, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below if there are any palettes that you think perfectly capture Valentine's Day that you think I should add to my collection, and what your favorite Valentine's Day inspired palette is. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button, and if you would like to see more palette piles and more makeup content, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, let's be kind to each other, beautiful to ourselves, and never afraid to make up the rules.